Wait, what's our intro?
What's up, you fucking losers?
There we go. What's up?
That works for me. I think they'll accept that too.
What's up, you fucking losers?
What's up, you fucking losers? We're recording on one fucking mic again.
Yeah, we said this wasn't gonna happen, and here we are.
Here we are on one mic again. I'm
Two
so
pieces
annoyed.
of turds.
Dude.
Honestly.
A couple L's.
Did you check and make sure?
Yeah, I can check again. This is kind of be funny to have in there.
Yeah, yeah, we're really well prepared.
Yeah, no, we're both definitely in there.
Very prepared to do a podcast.
Yeah.
We got one mic.
One mic again. You went to how many Walmarts?
Two.
Two
Walmarts, one Target.
One Target.
And empty-handed.
And we didn't have what are we trying to get?
Pull up.
What are we trying to get? Run over and grab your laptop. I'll stall them. So, guys, isn't it crazy that you drive in the parkway, but you park in the driveway? Isn't that fucking crazy? Anyway, he's back, so we're good.
What was that?
That's actually from.
So
I think it's from the Sweet Life of Second Cody. Anyway,
dude, sick show answer though.
So good.
We're watching that tonight.
Anyone win the Danimals contest? Do we know?
Coronavirus canceled that one. Speaking of her, we'll talk about her later.
We'll round her.
We actually have the two microphones, but I need like a USB adapter.
Show them so that way people don't think that we're fucking losers.
Yes.
We have two.
I don't know if this is going to actually mess up.
I don't know.
Frequency.
First of all, let me just get into this really quick. I don't know how sick your boyfriend is, but does he have two Yeti microphones?
Does he have a podcast?
Does he even use one? Also, does he have a podcast that no one listens to?
Didn't think so.
Yeah.
We're single.
So, tell me again, are you still in a relationship? Because I fucking got it. So.
Yeah, we have the two.
Not only do we have two Yeti microphones, we have two shock mounts. We have two.
The one's kind of broke.
Shut up.
1.5.
So, one shock mount currently. We have two. What are these even called? Arms? Extendable arms? Adjustable arms? So we have two of those too.
Well,
and then we have.
So this is the mount.
And then that's the shock mount. And then we have two pop filters. We bought a whole kit for this shit, guys. Please like and subscribe.
Do it for the love of God.
Yeah, for the love of fucking God.
Mom, please.
Yeah.
Listen to my podcast, Mom.
Polly?
Also, Polly.
I know we have our differences, but please like and subscribe. If you're going to share anything
Let's just
on
turn this
Facebook,
into a therapy
if
session.
you're going to share anything on Facebook, Mom, have it be my fucking podcast.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Love you, Polly.
Other than that, don't share anything else.
Strictly Kingsway
Lames. Oh, yeah. Did we even talk about it in the first episode? Kingsway Lames? That's our name, in case because I know we said it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go into it again. Kingsway Lames.
He's hammered.
Yeah. I've had a few beers.
Push that up.
What
they get us on. Yeah, we're going to show labels, dude.
Yeah, this is just waters in here.
This is strictly
Friday
tap.
night in quarantine.
Arizona tap water. Oh, drink.
Which also brings it back to our other point, is that we couldn't even do our theme.
Oh, that's why, yeah. That makes sense.
Okay. We couldn't do our theme. Our theme was to use a table that I have in my room to be fully 6 feet apart. Because
like tape measure and everything.
Yeah, because obviously we give a shit about the virus going around.
Social distancing that's happening.
Coronavirus and everything, yeah, social distancing. I mean, we haven't hung out in like a full 2 weeks. It's been
maybe pushing 3.
I don't know.
Last week?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. It's been a while.
A bit,
It's been a while since we hung out.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been...
Which is good for us.
Honestly, yeah. I couldn't believe we lasted this long.
Long distance is kind of tough.
Long distance is...
For all of you in a long distance relationship,
man,
we get it.
Props to you.
Yeah.
We're struggling.
Jeez.
And we live in pretty close places, so not even really a long distance.
But yeah, hopefully not next episode, because we're probably going to do an episode after this one.
Yeah.
But episode 4, maybe 4 through
19. Yeah, 4 through 19, or maybe into 50.
Maybe vlog 20.
Yeah.
We'll have 2
We
mics.
might, the idea is to have a table with 2 mics, and that can actually, sorry to everyone that just got fucking smoked by that.
You're wearing headphones, sorry to that.
Yeah. The goal is to be 6 feet apart, kind of as a joke, even though we know before you guys cancel us, we know it's not a joke.
You're canceling us.
We've been practicing social distancing, so I've been camped out in this apartment that I
just got with
Yeah,
Shaq's
we're
building.
definitely respectfully following the rules.
Yeah, like we care about it. We know we get freaked out by it too. So, but
We have asthma.
Yeah, asthma.
And, my inhaler has like 4 more punches out of it.
Oh man.
So I was gonna ask you actually.
You're in a scary
How many
situation.
punches you got on here?
I got like over 100 on mine. I think.
Fire.
That's a good question. I also don't know where it is. So.
I actually have like 100, so if you ever need.
Oh.
Yeah, I was kidding. I was actually kidding.
So girls. Anyway.
Except girls, I got like 100.
Yeah, I got like 100 pumps.
Yeah, I got asthma.
Is
Is that genetic?
asthma? I don't think so.
How did we get that? It's just.
No one in my family had it.
That I know in my family.
Which is fucking annoying.
So it's not genetic.
Which is so annoying,
Dude,
by the way.
And I love that we can relate together because asthma is awful.
It sucks so bad. If you don't know anything about asthma, look it up. It sucks.
I want to like compare asthma to pneumonia.
I want to compare people with asthma to like just everyday people that have never like struggled with it before. Like it is so annoying to play a sport and to have a constant fear in the back of your head that hey, this could put me completely out of breath to where I can no longer breathe and might die. So that was so annoying growing up. Like I had a weird complex with it growing up, where I was like, I thought it was cool because like I got attention from it. I was like, oh, sick! Everyone's watching.
You use it as a flex?
100%.
Dude, I never got to do that.
100%. I was like,
I didn't know that was possible.
I would hit
Were you
breathing.
get girls? How was your game in pre-K?
We'll talk about that off the air. Stand up, it was pretty fucking sick. But like, I thought it was like back in the day, like you're like most kids are like really trying to do something to stick out. Mine was my asthma, so like there were times where I would hit breathing treatments in class.
Bro, you're kidding!
But the thing is, though, is like I needed to do it. Like if I ever did it,
You're,
I
like,
needed
happy
to.
it was
But, like
happening.
I was like, dude, everyone's.
Yeah, like, look around. Take around. You know, like the loudest.
It'd be.
You're looking around each
And I'm just like. And for those of you that are only listening to this, I'm staring around the entire room while I'm making that noise because everyone, like, class would stop the few times that I did it, and everyone would just watch me.
So you'd get it randomly in class without.
Sometimes, like, it'd be like sometimes, like, after gym, randomly, or, like, recess, I was super crackhead.
Dude,
and I was
four
like, dude,
square.
oh, yeah.
I'd be sweating with my inhaler.
Or
like,
soccer, and I was like, I'm Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
This is elementary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, we just won another game. Also,
So we're gonna continue this asthma conversation. How long did you outgrow your asthma? Like, would you say?
I think so.
Like, when's the last time you were like wheezy, where you had to use an inhaler or nebulizer?
Sometimes I do it just like out of
Respect to your lungs.
yeah, just because I'm like, all right, like you guys are struggling.
You're just talking to them.
Yeah, but it's nicer out here, like in AZ. It's dry here, so it's the humidity is big time back.
Yeah, so big time.
Do you struggle for
Bloody noses. I hate my life. I hate it. But what?
You have more bloody noses than anyone I know.
Yeah.
But back in Illinois, with the humidity being so heavy, I don't know if like someone's gonna call me out and be like, I keep forgetting that we're talking to nobody right now, but like people are actually gonna like listen. So someone would probably call me out. But like my issue in Illinois was the humidity would get so heavy, and especially me having allergies with the pollen count in the springtime,
yeah.
kick my ass. And
Really?
so springtime would come around, and I'd laugh hard and be like.
Walk away from the crowd.
And then I'd have to either get a breathing treatment. Like, there's sometimes I would cough myself into an asthma attack.
Yeah.
Annoying.
Asthma's god awful.
I'd be like hanging out with friends somewhere, and someone would make a funny joke, and I'd cough wrong, and then I'd have to board.
And it's so terrifying because one of the symptoms for coronavirus is like you struggle to breathe.
Which is why like we are so like vulnerable to the virus because like who knows?
I'm like being serious. I'm actually terrified of it.
Oh yeah, I'm scared.
Like we both kind of don't have asthma symptoms anymore.
No.
Like if I exercise, if I'm like around a campfire and there's smoke, I get wheezy.
You get wheezy?
Yeah.
Really?
I still get wheezy.
So, not a good idea for me to be fighting fire then, because I was literally doing that all
I don't
summer.
know if it's individually, like everyone's different.
All
or
summer
what.
I was literally around smoke.
So I'm taking my shoes off.
And I hate it. I took mine off a while
Look
ago.
at myself now.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like breathing in smoke, obviously. I've done it, like, way less in structure fire just because I have the FCBA and everything, so I would really, like, emphasize putting it on before I got close to a building, and really don't even have that much crazy, like, fire experience on that side for structure, but obviously still was at a bunch here and there. But then with wildfire, it's like you don't have a breathing apparatus at all. Like, you're supposed to get a shroud, which is just like
I have no idea what that is.
which is basically something that, like a flap that covers your face and nose.
There's no actual treatment.
There's no SCBA or anything you wear. So, like, there were, like, some fires where I was just breathing shit in. And I was like, okay, I'll say something. This fucking sucks. Like,
Excuse me.
yeah, excuse me, guys. This hurts.
I'm not enjoying
This
myself.
hurts. Man, can we get something to put in my mouth? Like,
Did smoke ever trigger your like asthma attacks? Did you know like what triggered?
yeah, I mean,
You're like wheezing.
yeah. So, like I said, it was basically like time of year, kind of.
I didn't know that. Mine was way different. Mine was like smoke or
Yeah,
like.
that never really, like, I hate
Yo,
it.
I got random-
I would move away from smoke at a fire, but I never would like get asthmatic from
Yeah,
it.
I'd like cry and couldn't breathe.
Nah,
Like 10% of my body was working. Yeah, so
Very
super
good.
sick. I love bonfires. Kick back at the fire.
Back at the fire. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. What are you guys doing tomorrow? Okay, sick. What are you guys up to tomorrow then?
Did your mom ever tell you the story? Like once she came over and I had an asthma attack in my sleep, an ambulance came and everything, and like I woke up, I couldn't breathe. I think my mom called your mom. She ran over with the nebulizer or something because I think you guys probably had like a better one than us, which is so annoying. But shout out to Polly.
Not to flex or anything.
Yeah, your nebulizer was kind of sick.
1003. They kept me alive, so I'm good.
Yeah, and we like had to call the ambulance because I couldn't breathe at all.
I think I remember my mom telling me the story.
She
We
should
were
have.
young,
That's like a
right?
dinner table story.
Well, yeah,
She should have.
but she kind of sucks sometimes. So it's like that's a story that she like wouldn't tell me for a long time.
No, it happened. And I remember I literally like
How
couldn't
old were
breathe. I was elementary,
So we were young,
like
we were
fifth,
kids.
probably fifth.
We were
Like
kids. So that was probably past. That's probably
about to go into middle school, like
That's probably me that whole time you were.
me next door doing the same thing but awake, not being able to breathe, and you just passed out.
Me through the whole thing.
Me crying, having a panic attack.
Me like waking up for a second, be like, "What's the lights outside?"
Ambulance
Anyway.
pulling up. But yeah, that was the worst one I've ever had too. I couldn't.
one.
I couldn't take a deep breath. I remember I was doing like I couldn't like inhale,
Do you
exhale.
know what time of year it was?
I think the Bears were playing, so like fall.
Okay, so
I was
it
probably-
was the fall. Shout out Chicago.
Yeah. So I was
Sponsor
probably
us.
like pissed off on a Sunday.
You're probably
Which
mad.
triggered
Because I was
it.
probably also
And
mad.
like punching air, or like
Yeah.
pissed off. So annoying.
Boxing air hard as shit.
Barney Leopard missed a fucking tackle.
Idiot. Probably a Rex Grossman deal, actually, if I'm being honest.
Dude, Bernard Barron's catch. I don't know what year that was, but do you remember that?
Do I remember it?
It's like parallel to. I had a jersey, Bernard Barron jersey. Sick.
Yeah.
So sick. All right, sorry, off topic.
Yeah.
But yeah, asthma's not a good time. I'm scared of coronavirus. I hate my life.
All the above.
Yeah,
What are we at right now?
14.
For real?
Yeah. I love how that's the middle of the podcast. What are we at right now?
I'm just curious. It seems like we've been talking for forever.
Yeah, no, it's pulled up.
So I was looking at I was like 28. I was like, fuck. I was like, man, we're killing it already. We haven't really dove into anything on the list, which has been awesome. So yeah, my asthma sucks. So if you have it,
Hopefully you relate to all of that.
hopefully you're still around and fighting through this.
Do people outgrow it? Like, does
That's what's supposed to happen. Like, my doctor has been, first of all, liars. All of them have been telling me since I was
My
a
doctors aren't
kid.
even smart. Sorry.
Anyway, not what I said, but anyway. So I've been being told by doctors my entire life, like switching them back and forth, like, oh, you're eventually gonna outgrow it. You're gonna outgrow it. I don't think I'm gonna fucking outgrow it.
I mean, I definitely
The last attack I had was in Wyoming, and it was.
Oh, you had an attack?
I had an actual attack, and I had to use my nebulizer. I never had one. I was so terrified to have one out on a fire, and I never had one.
See, I've used my inhaler, but I haven't had to use my nebulizer in years.
I had to use it in Wyoming once after a run. I was killing it first half. It was
Did
a way longer run than I was expecting it to be, by the way. Elevation's different, so I think that's what kind of fucked with me.
Yeah.
And we got halfway through the run, and I hit a absolute wall. I went from third out of everyone at our station. I was in third place, killing it. The guy in first ahead of me by a mile. Same thing with the guy in second.
Kobe Bryant?
Yeah, basically, of running. Was never going to catch either one of those two. And when I hit the corner around halfway, I could barely even shuffle, run. And I barely made it. Everybody passed me. I was in second to last behind, one of the guys on our station who was so slow. He caught up to me, and I finished the run with him barely. It felt like, if you don't know what asthma is when you have an attack, it's like flattening out a straw and then breathing through that straw.
Exactly.
That's literally what it is.
You can't take a deep breath.
Try it one time, then talk shit to me ever again.
So
it sucks so bad.
What's pneumonia then?
So pneumonia is fluid in your... No, that's COPD.
But it's also when you can't breathe, correct?
Yeah, pneumonia, look it up. I know it has to do with...
First off, why does pneumonia have a P in front of it?
I don't know. It's just
I don't have your fucking Wi-Fi.
Fuck. So...
We're never going to know what pneumonia is.
We're not even going to talk about pneumonia because I know I'm going to say some dumb shit that's wrong, but I know COPD is
Well,
fluid.
we went to Rock Valley College and we know what we're talking about.
So basically, we have a doctorates. If you came from RBC, basically...
If you're a Golden Eagle, you're intelligent.
Golden Eagle, you're a Golden Eagle for life. I don't care where you went after that. You're always
Golden Eagle for life. Let's go.
So... See the losers. Anyway, you went to a Big Ten school? Listen, nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
Congrats. You didn't go to RBC.
You probably got a disease or two.
Stenstrom Center? Ever heard of it?
Oh, shit.
It's called something else. It's called something else now.
You're kidding.
Oh, they changed the name.
Damn. Tough times for all of us.
So, we're actually going to, we don't know what pneumonia is, but we eventually will talk about that.
Well,
scary,
pneumonia.
Scary, but we're actually going to dive into this list really quick here. But what I wanted to sum up real quick at I didn't talk about in the first episode is, so when I came out to AZ, guys, people are going to be so annoyed with the order, but we don't know what we're doing. It's the second episode, so shut up.
Yeah.
So I fought wildfire in Wyoming for the season. That was it. I got laid off. I took a week early.
Which we eventually need to dive into that.
We will definitely go. Yeah, we'll definitely go. I'll tell you all you need to know about Wyoming and everything at a later date. But then, I took off a week early because nothing was happening anymore. So I was getting laid off at the end of October. I took off a week early, moved straight down here. It took 2 days to drive down here. For my 24th birthday, 24th, dumb lit.
You were on the road.
I was on the road.
That sounds so sick.
By myself, literally listening to whatever I wanted to. It was so awesome. A bunch of people hit me up telling me happy birthday. I got to catch up with a bunch of people who I missed a bunch. It was awesome. But yeah, so I ended up in a hotel in Cortez, Colorado by myself. No booze.
Motel or hotel?
Hotel.
Okay.
Could probably call it a motel.
Oof.
It was 2-story. It was nice. It was a nice room.
Was that a random stop, or did you
Yeah, so I had been driving pretty much throughout the whole day, but I'd stop, I would chill at different places, not really for a long time, but I wasn't rushing to get super far. It's a brutal drive. It was 14 and a half hours to get from Byron, Illinois to Casper, Wyoming. It was 15 and a half to get to Casper, Wyoming to Chandler, Arizona. And so I knew I had to haul. And I stopped in where was it? It was Utah at wherever it is, at some famous park with fake dinosaurs and shit. I took a bunch of snaps by myself.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, Moab. Moab is what it was. That's where I stopped at, and I checked out this dinosaur park thing by myself. It was a ton of fun. I took a bunch of snaps and
stuff. Is that an Amish town?
No. If it was, they wouldn't be thriving. because like there's nothing there besides rocks
And dinosaurs.
that are fake.
Like real living.
But they're full size. It's insane. It's literally full scale size.
Rocks and dinosaurs.
Rocks and fake dinosaurs.
We're going
to scale.
That's all I
we
gotta
have
say.
to go.
Road
But
trip,
it's so sick. The view like around the whole place is so sick. And so I stopped there for a while, and then I finished the drive. Traffic was weirdly packed while I was in Utah. But then I got to Cortez, Colorado after I wanted to stay in a different place. Like it was right over the state line. I think I was still in Utah or something, like later in the day. But then there was no vacancy anywhere. There was like 3 like hotels in the town that I stopped in. There was no vacancy. So I called a place in Cortez, Colorado. They're like, yeah, we have a room. I was like, can you reserve this? It's like a 50-minute drive for me. So I was exhausted from driving all day.
So it was out of the way?
Yeah, it was an hour. It was 50 minutes like down and to the side. I didn't want to finish the drive here into Arizona because there's a huge reservation, and it's not smart to drive through there at night because you never know what is going to happen. So
that was your reasoning?
So yeah, man,
I would not put that together.
Shane gave me a heads up, like, hey, you don't want to be driving through the res
okay.
at night, so because it's dangerous.
Right.
And I knew about that from Wyoming anyway. So just called that place. I was like, please, like, make sure that room is there, like. And they were like, okay, yeah, we're good. So I drove 50 more minutes, like kind of slightly out of the way, back into Colorado, into the bottom corner. Stayed there, packed up immediately, finished the drive, got into Arizona here at like noon or something, 12:30, and then was not working. Didn't have a job. I had a job like lined up. The job that I actually worked at, I work now, is what I thought I had lined up coming in here, and then it fell through. So I didn't work for like my first week and a half, 2 weeks here.
Yeah,
just bumming it out, and it was so awesome.
I remember that.
And because I didn't have a spring or a summer. I was so busy working, or a fall. I was so busy working in 2019. I didn't really have like a year, per se. So I was just enjoying my life. I was definitely online shopping a lot. I was just drinking a lot and having fun and getting used to everything here.
How long did it take before you came over?
To your house?
Yeah.
Right away. I think first weekend I was here. Because I remember, like, walking in and seeing your place and then being like, holy shit, like, that's him. Like, that's my former neighbor.
Holy
like,
shit.
Sitting right in front of me.
That is that man. Also, I'm getting more water.
Okay, yeah.
You want one?
Make that a double of waters because we're
Aquafina?
responsible. And so I ended up getting a connection, obviously through Shane again. He's been big time since I got out here. And then I got a job at P.F. Chang's as a busser runner. And that was kind of fun for like a day. And then it sucked for like the next couple months that I worked there because I stopped busing and I mainly became a runner. And they were just brutal on kind of shafting me towards the end there. But regardless, I got a better job at Desert Mountain Golf Club. Designed by Jack Nicklaus or Arnold Palmer or somebody.
Wait, actually?
Yeah, it's like 7 full golf courses, I think, in one facility in North Scottsdale. It's SEA. It's way north, way out of the way.
Basically Casper, Wyoming.
I basically should have just been driving to Casper, Wyoming. It was 54 minutes away from my
That
house.
is so gross.
In Chandler at 6:30 in the morning was when we started. So I would leave my house like no later than 5:30 a.m.
That's when we made the jokes too, like you'd leave at 9 p.m.
And then
to get there early.
Yeah, exactly. Like, all right, guys, I'm headed to work now. I just might as well pull an all-nighter and leave at 10 p.m. And so I did that for literally 3 weeks. And shout out to like all those guys, even though none of them will listen. But
You told them about it?
No, I didn't. I didn't really say anything. I think I might have mentioned something about it to them. But I worked there for like 3 weeks. And it was the worst, like just schedule wise, it was the worst thing I think I've worked. It was 54 minute drive, 6 days a week, which is already not ideal.
Annoying, yeah.
Which is not ideal.
So you worked 6-hour shifts, right?
6-hour shifts on 5 of those 6 days and 1 10-hour day. So I think I could have honestly worked 4 10s if I told them about it, but I didn't work there long enough to. I only worked there for like 3 weeks because I got the job that I have now.
Yeah.
So it was literally 6 days a week. 5 of those were 6:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then one of those days was a 10-hour day. And then one random day off that I wouldn't even know about until I showed up like that day. They'd be like, you want to take tomorrow off? I'd be like, I mean, I guess. And so that was awful.
Working 6 days a week is just awful.
And like I didn't even have a problem with working 6 because I was used to working 7 days a week at times, multiple weeks in a row in Wyoming.
Yeah.
With like 1 or 2 days off because you want to make as much money as possible there. But it was just the drive was exhausting, and then on that 10-hour day, I'd catch the traffic. I'm coming from all the way north Scottsdale. So I'm catching the traffic coming out of Scottsdale on my way home.
Yeah.
So I would leave work it's a 10-hour day, so it's like 4. So like 4 p.m. 5 p.m. when I'm leaving.
Prime time.
Finally,
yeah.
Which is so awful here for traffic.
It's basically LA.
Oh, yeah. And so I would catch that tail end of Scottsdale traffic coming back home. So it would take me almost 2 hours to get home on that 10-hour day.
That's so gross.
And so, I mean, it was so awful. It was so awful. And so
it wasn't the job itself. It was just.
I love the job. I love working at golf courses. And for Prairie View, I had it was so easy to get the job just because I have experience. And my bosses were super cool there. They were super understanding and everything. And then I'm a sales development representative with the company House.
Sick title.
So sick.
The title's so sick, dude.
So kind of a big deal now. But no, my first legit office job, and I got that hookup from Shane too. So shout out to Sheen. Sean, is it?
Sheen.
Sheeners. Sheen Spielman or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Spetman, Spills, something like that. Anyway, regardless, that's my roommate. I don't even really know his name, but shout out to him because he was big time. He got me the connection through the P.F. Chang's job and then here with this job, which is solid. First office job I've worked. It's a first solid Monday through Friday gig I've worked besides the golf course back home at Prairie View. But sometimes I'd work random weekends. But I actually got offered from Mike Brown a full-time gig back home not too long ago, and I turned it down because obviously, from those of you that know a full-time position at Prairie View on the maintenance crew, which was what I wanted to get a year ago.
Yeah,
but unfortunately,
times
it didn't
are
happen.
way different.
So it killed me to say no because of the current situation there, and shout out to my boss, Matt Hinkle, literally the greatest man I've ever met in my entire life, is dealing with a lot of shit, multiple brain surgeries, just really having a tough time doing his thing. But so it killed me not to take it because I just out of respect for Matt, I wanted to take it, and then because
help out.
Yeah, because me and Mike have the same ideas with a lot of things, just kind of being weirdly perfectionists about small things. So him and I gel really well, especially project wise. Him and I love to just put our head down and work hard. Mm-hmm. But it killed me to turn it down, but I couldn't do it because I find no happiness in that town at all whatsoever. Besides going back to obviously see my family and my friends and love them to death. And I love
the people.
I love so many people in that town, but
the people are great. It's just
I could not be in that town a second longer. And where I was at, I was in between jobs when I got the offer. So I was done. I was in between getting this job and the golf course job when I got that offer.
I didn't even know that.
So it was so tempting for me to be fuck, that's guaranteed money coming in. I should take it and go back home. And I was
but at the same time.
So it was a bunch of hard nights dealing with that too because I was damn it, man, fuck. But I had to turn it down just because I was you know how it goes. I'm not happy there. Love the people, miss the people all the time.
That's what I tell everyone. I would get depressed if I go back.
Depressed.
And not to bash the place, but just for opportunity wise, there's not a lot.
Mm-mm. It's hard.
You can't.
And you have to know the right people for good opportunities around there.
Exactly.
Sometimes I feel bad for people not being as social as you and I, especially me, just because it was so easy for me having such a huge family and being so out and open, and just connecting with people. But for people that are so introverted and just don't have a lot of like friends in that town. I don't know how people
There's
like
not
do
a lot
it
of
there.
room to
I
grow.
was waking up every day more and more depressed and sad. Not to like put a damper on the podcast because, like I said, we try to keep it fun and everything. But to be real, like for me at least, and I know for you,
Yeah.
you struggle with the same thing. To where it was like I could not.
I know a lot of people that are.
I couldn't do it anymore. Every day I was waking up, I was getting worse and worse, and so I had.
And I honestly moved for like the opportunity to get out here, but
Mhm.
also like the environment, the weather, like
yeah, literally
just the
everything
scenery, like
about it.
everything.
And I don't know if I'm going to be in this area for forever. Like realistically, I think I'm giving myself like a couple more years of a timeline here before
Mhm.
I maybe go somewhere, like far west coast, like maybe Portland, maybe Seattle, somewhere. Who knows? Like that's just like that's a thought. I thought about Wyoming and I thought about Phoenix and I made both of those happen. So it's like who knows
Yeah.
at this point like what's going to happen. But that's my eventual goal is to maybe end up like because I'm
Those
so
are your two top cities?
I mean just out that way like maybe more Portland over Seattle, but who knows at the same time.
Have you been?
It's like never to either one of them. So need to go to both of
I'll
those.
take you.
So, so not trying to draw too much stuff out about myself, but now I'm working a sales job, a low-level sales job, just an SDR. Never
Define
done
SDR.
sales development representative. So basically what I do is I work for House, the #1 home design and remodel company. Shout out to
Am I on a phone call right now? Hold up. What's up, dude? Hello?
Yeah, so how can we can really benefit your business by putting you in
Okay.
front of local homeowners in
Shit.
your area.
Shit.
So how does that sound?
Tell me more.
Oh, okay. Let me get you set up with an
So this is
appointment.
what he does day
So let
to
me
day.
get you set up with an appointment with a specialist. So that's basically I'm the middleman for calling.
Have you had any experiences with like unhappy?
Every day.
Really?
Oh, every day. Every day.
Dude, customer service is the worst job.
Every day.
Honestly.
It honestly affects your mental big time because I'm such an emotional bitch.
Is it a
I
personal
am
attack or is it?
I am
personal
such an
attack?
emotional bitch all the time anyway, still dealing with that. So, like, in a world where you gotta be so cold and cut off, and just because I'm emotional doesn't mean I haven't been a piece of shit too, just to clear that up. I'll dive into that at some
Yeah,
point
we're all
too.
pieces of turds.
Relax. So, but me being over emotional, being easily triggered, I'll have someone like get mad at me on the phone. I'll have someone get mad at me on the phone, and then I'll just be like,
Choke up. What's wrong?
and then I'm like, oh fuck, and then I'm like, and then I'm okay.
You actually choke up like.
Okay, so dude, there have been so many days I've been. I just finished like week 3. No, my full. The second will be my first full month there. I started March 2nd, so it's almost been a full month. But it's only been. My first week was all training, so it's only been.
Oh, sorry about that one.
My monthly goal for appointments set was 48. I'm at like 38 or something like that. So I'm almost hit my month goal.
But you're behind.
But a week.
That's what you're telling
Yeah.
me.
So basically, I'm gonna get a fucking mark.
So he's.
But no, I started a week later. So I didn't start till the 2nd, and then I
okay.
did training for a week.
So technically, you're
I've
ahead.
caught people on my team. Like I've caught up to them setting appointments, but I was a week starting behind them.
So like, what do people complain about?
Oh, dude,
Like,
it's
what are they
such
unhappy
a
with?
I gotta give props to anyone that like makes a career out of this shit because it's just like dude, I went from working such like physical jobs all day to
Yeah.
like I'm using my entire body, like not really having to think a bunch. And I mean, like kind of being like strategic in some aspects of it for sure. Like fire and golf maintenance are so different. Like they have parts where you really got to be focused and be mentally there for sure. But like a lot of it, I love the physical work of it. But
Mhm.
like mentally sitting in front of a computer screen
It's
for
2
8
different
hours,
worlds,
it's such a different switch of exhaustion, and then especially with the whole virus thing, not being able to go to the fucking gym is driving me so bonkers. Because as soon as I clock out at 3:01, I want to grab a sledgehammer and smoke a tire for hours, just because.
I think mental exhaustion's worse than physical.
It's so crazy exhausting, and it's like you'll get people. I'm trying to think of like, because like we go over like objections all the time, like how we're supposed to like because our goal is to eventually get someone set up like with an appointment, and then eventually hopefully get it set up with an AE, which is an account executive. For those of you who don't know fucking sales,
I actually don't know that.
So yeah,
I'm a big sales guy here.
yeah. So write this stuff down, guys, and then
you got your note and pen or what?
Yeah, you guys got a pen and notepad out for the podcast, and then you go from there. So hopefully the goal is to set them up with an appointment with an AE, and then get that AE to pitch them, and then close the sale, and then hopefully get them. Which basically you get this. My paycheck doesn't change. My paycheck doesn't change regardless, but it's
no commission.
It's a good pat on the back, no commission, which I don't care anyway, because I'm a big fan of talking to people, but I'm not a big fan of people talking mean to me.
Yeah.
So
bullies are out there and they're alive.
Out there and they are.
Bullies are alive.
They are on the phones, and they are really
cyberbullies.
So I just try to be real with people. Like that's my strategy.
Like, excuse me, Karen, you fucking suck, and I hate you.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like, listen, buddy. Like, I'm just trying to help you out, okay? And then
do they actually get like pissed off?
There have been people that
like heated conversations.
Yeah, there have been times where I've been like legit like yelled at, and
dude, you need to video it.
And it's so hard to even get it in that moment because it's so quick. People are so quick.
Yeah.
What people don't understand is if you just talk to me like a normal human being and said, "Hey, I'm not interested. I don't want this," I can close your account out and just not call you again. When you hang up on me abruptly, I have to log it differently.
This has turned so educational.
I have to log it differently so that I end up calling you back again to bother you because I'm unsure of how our last conversation went. So tell your boomer-ass parents to stay on the phone and tell them to take me off the list because it will benefit them in the long run, I swear to God. Because there have been leads now that were retired and that ended that got recircled back now. Like, it's been 4 months. Let's fucking ring a ding ding again. Let's see if they're ready for it, baby. They took a break for the summer. Now let's see if we can get them. And that's so it's like they don't want it still. It's like they don't want it.
Awful.
They don't want it. So it's a totally different grind. And
I just hate phone calls in general.
I gotta respect it, dude. Believe me, it's like you.
I would hate that.
There have been times where I hit the call button. I'm just like,
for the love of God, don't fucking answer this phone, Karen.
Nobody pick up.
Karen, do not answer.
Just let me get my calls. Nobody pick up because I'm such a bullshitter on the phone. I'll talk to somebody who's not interested, like a guy did today.
Dude, I couldn't do this.
I talked to a man today who was not interested, basically almost the entire time. Talked to him for almost.
So if he's
12,
listening, what do you have to say to him?
I almost talked to him for a full 12 minutes today. A guy that was.
You guys catch up?
I mean, we talked about a lot of shit.
So how are the kids?
I don't know if he has any or how they're doing.
We really didn't catch up.
We didn't get to that point, but I mean, I talked to him for 12 minutes and then I got hit with it. Nah, I'm all good. And then click. I wasted 12.
Straight up.
12
You
minutes.
can't get that back either. So annoying.
No.
What's his name?
I don't think I can say that publicly anyway, but I don't even remember what it was.
So like Blake.
Yeah, also not important because he's dead to me. So.
Yeah. Shout out to Blake.
But no, then you get the people that are mean, obviously, that can't stand it. Like, obviously, I get it. People are, because we're not the only one calling them. If they have a business, other people are calling them to try and get the same shit that we're getting. So, but it makes you appreciate the people that are so nice and cool on the phone. I talked to a guy for 38 minutes on the phone the other day. 38 minutes of talk.
Do you get off topic, or do you use it like...
We talked about basically just everything going on with the virus, everything going on with his business.
Why?
Dude, it's a big deal right now.
Well, I realize that, but like...
It's a big deal.
Who brought that up?
I usually do in my pitch, because like people are canceling...
So did you hear about coronavirus, man? You don't even talk about the sales, you just
Hey,
bring
sir,
up...
so do you know about Corona? You know about the Roni? The Rona?
Mr. Rona?
Mr. Rona, you heard of him? So, yeah.
That's how you start the phone
That's
call.
basically how the pitch goes. And they're like, the Rona?
The huh?
Never heard of her.
Who's she?
She, never heard of her. And so, that's how I've been starting with shit. And I literally talked to a guy from New York for 38 minutes.
Let's dive deeper into the corona atmosphere and the world we live in. So, yeah, we're pushing like 40.
So we're going to have to talk about corona and then probably cut it off and then go right. I'm down to just
It is such a... Well, we'll do like less than an hour, right?
Yeah.
I love how we have these
Are we done? Yeah, are we done? I love it. It's so organic that we're talking about this as it's happening.
So, honestly, what a strange world.
I don't know what the fuck is going on.
It's just so crazy, though, that me and you, like, made jokes about it and talked about it, like, February? And, like,
as soon as it started. As soon as it started.
When did it hit America? And, like, I don't know the time frame, but, like, there was, like, a week or two
where other people knew sooner. And that's when a bunch of people bailed and then took their stock investments and shit out. Fuck you guys. And all the CEOs that resigned. Which I get that. I get the CEO part.
I actually have no idea what you're talking about. So.
People knew about it before it got bad. People knew that it was going to
get bad. And, like, there's people like us who are like, haha, Corona no line. And we were like laughing at Twitter. We were like, so funny.
Like, oh, I can't wait to just be on Zoom calls with all the homies. Haha, it's going to be so dumb lit. So sick. And then it happened.
Every single tweet.
Yeah, and we were laughing hysterically at all those.
And then here we are.
Because I never thought it was going to happen. I never thought it was going to get this crazy.
I mean, it's so weird to go back and think of like my mindset on it when it was to like now.
And I still laugh at every single tweet.
Twitter is gold. Twitter's the best it's ever been.
I still laugh. The Twitter is the best in every disaster that happens. The World War III stuff that was going on. Some of the funniest shit I've ever seen on Twitter.
So funny. I could spend like
that joke was going on. Hysterical. Laughed so hard.
But it's just so weird how like different our lives have changed from when it first came out to like now. Like, we literally can't go out and do anything. We're literally stuck in this apartment.
We're hanging out in my apartment on a Friday night in an area which does not sleep.
Yeah. And, like, me and him are
We're very social people. Love to go out. Love to go. Him and I, our goal is to go out and start the dance floor at every club. That
and then shut it down.
And then leave.
And then on to the next one.
Yeah, and then we go, oh, okay, this place got cool. Sick. Later, you fucking dorks. That's what we do we do this. I keep smoking the microphone, so people are probably so fed up.
Yeah, they definitely hung up like
dude. Yeah, everyone's already stopped.
No one's listening.
So it's just
what's up, Mom? Love you.
Thanks for hanging around, Mom. Appreciate it.
Grandma, your bridge club is super
sweet.
sweet.
We love your guys' support. Please continue to give us money. Sponsor us, Grandma's
please. Venmo.com/Austin.
Hashtag Grandma's Bridge Club. But yeah, dude, it's wild, man.
It's so wild.
It's also wild how much the state doesn't give a fuck.
Well, I mean,
specifically in our area, like you live in Ahwatukee? Is that how you say that?
What is it, dude? Oh, I have to go back in episode 1 and blur that out.
Yeah.
Remind me.
And then I live in.
Yeah.
So.
Tempe. What?
Yeah. So find me, please. I dare you to find me. Anyway. So yeah, that's like we live in highly populated areas, and like especially by me.
Phoenix is the 5th largest city.
People don't give a fuck here.
No.
And it is alarming.
But there's like how many? There's like 40 cases in the whole state, I feel. Or am I just pulling that on my ass?
I think it's pulling.
Okay, so disregard that. I'll cut that part out.
Pull that right out of his ass.
There's like
it's way more than
I just saw like a thing on Twitter which showed like the maps of all the states. You got like Seattle and Washington with like 48 million. And then like Arizona with like 44.
Yeah,
like it's so mild here.
It is, and the good thing about us being here is it's about to get warm next week. Did
you just check your watch to see when it's about to get warm?
I did, but it doesn't say what the weather is currently right now.
Mine actually does.
So
76. I mean.
Oh yes, I had that set.
You got the 3 series or like the 1, dude? It's not exhale.
Definitely the 3 series.
Not exhale.
In case anyone was curious, tell me if you're still single now. I got a 3 series out of 1.
This dude's got a 3 series on the left wrist.
Yeah, so you got the 42 though. I have the 38, and I hate the 38 now that I see the 42 all the time.
Yeah.
But it's so big. The face of it's huge, but it looks way better.
You know what's sick? Like you can see where we are.
That's what you have set as there?
Yeah.
Man, we don't give a shit what we're recording right now. We don't know.
We just
We're talking about
in all
your
the
Apple Watch.
Also, this is a sponsorship with Apple. What's up?
Dude, I would die if we got
Use promo code Kingsway Lames for 10%.
Oh my god, I put in my notes going into this, since we're just talking about Apple right now, I put in my notes, I saw a Samsung ad last night, and I said to myself, I don't give a fuck how many cameras you put on your phones. I'll never buy your dog shit phone, Samsung. iPhone gang till I fucking die.
11 has 3 now. So
it has 3, which we're looking at right now. Not to flex, but it's the green
this
kind.
dude's got what? Apple Watch 3 series, iPhone 11 Pro Max.
No, it's just
iPhone 11 Pro.
Max 2.
Dude, I'll put that part. A fucking bandana.
Fucking bandana.
Sick shirt.
So fucking windbreaker.
Yeah. And those are.
And I have a skateboard back home in Illinois. It's at my parents' house, but it's there.
So he kind of shreds a bit.
I can kickflip. Not really. I can ollie, but I mean I can.
You can actually ollie.
You can't.
I know.
No,
I got a penny board. You can do tricks on this.
You're not supposed to. I need to get one of those. But anyway.
Yeah, we're definitely cruising.
Dude, we need to cruise.
Yeah.
Cruise for a bruise. What are we at right now? I can't see shit.
46. Yeah, you got your contacts and glasses on.
These are fake.
He also has horrible vision, so that's
literally the worst vision.
That's -5, so he's at -1.
Which is right where I like to fly. You're right
That's
where
where we want to be.
Right below the
Oh,
radar.
yeah, baby. That's
Hell
good.
yeah.
We're at 46 minutes, so we want these episodes, less than an hour?
We want them less than an hour because I guarantee more than half of you at this point have already been like, these fucking losers.
They got, 20 seconds into episode 1?
Oh,
Heard
100%.
my voice and said, who?
Shane sounds hella weird.
Yeah. Shane?
Sheen sounds like an asshole. That's
I
what
hate
said.
his guts.
Yeah. So, episode 1, yeah. We wanted to get a lot of the intro shit out of the way in episode 1, which I'm glad we did.
I think our first 3-4 episodes are gonna be kind of.
It's gonna be slight intros mixed in because it's gonna be a nightmare. Because like I said, this is our second episode. We did this off a whim. We don't know what the fuck we're doing. I'm recording off of my.
I went to 2 Walmarts to find this USB shit. They're like, "Oh, we're sold out." Like, what? How?
So
who else is starting a podcast? First off, you're annoying. Third off, also you spit on my mouth. So fucking rude. I wanted to. You're annoying. If you're starting a podcast in this quarantine season,
fuck you.
Maybe fucking get your own idea because we're intelligent and we thought of it.
If you're starting a podcast in the AZ area and you cleaned out all the fucking Walmarts and Targets, why don't you podcast against us?
1, you're selfish. 2, you're toxic. 3, you're mentally unstable.
And 4, you're annoying.
Yeah.
I would honestly change all those to 1 through 4. You're fucking annoying.
And I hate you.
And if I see you, it's on site. Which basically means I'll just say what's up and then I'll probably.
And that's on period.
And that's on period. Bitch. Anyway.
But yeah, I feel like our next couple episodes are gonna be.
It's gonna smooth out. And it's gonna be a lot better once we get all this intro.
Yeah,
stuff
we
on.
just gotta get a
like
groove.
I said, those people that are gonna be listening to it at first.
Scratch his head.
Just buying time. Kind of nervous.
Kinda nervy, dude.
Most people that are gonna be listening to us are gonna be people from back home.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. And shout out to everyone that's been like.
So you know what's gonna happen? Is the cave's open right now and it's just on speakers?
Yes.
The Kingsway Lames episode 1 and 2.
Kingsway Lames episode 1 and 2.
Just blaring.
Blaring at the cave.
With some 808s added
Which
to
is
it.
where I've only wanted my voice to be heard.
To be on the speakers at the cave of Byron, Illinois.
Oh, to be. I mean.
You're kidding, right?
That's pure bliss.
Yeah.
I mean, having your podcast being played.
Next time we come home.
Live podcast in the cave.
Yeah. We're going to the goddamn cave. Get a cave burger.
Get a cave burger and get in the.
We're getting some tap water
and have a live episode that's going to be fucking hilarious. So yeah, what the fuck were we at again? Sorry, I can't literally kiss you.
49. Also, when we hang this up, I got to take a hot piss.
Also, that's a new term that we coined, by the way. So
is it? Did you make that?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's not saying that. That's kind of stupid. I feel like that's a Cody.
I think Cody Co might have said it. Fuck. I know he says piss all the time. I don't know if he says that.
Piss is such a good word.
He might have said it tastes like hot piss.
So we're not.
Cody, no, we're fucking coming for you. It's gonna be like
Kingsway Lames.
It's gonna be like 2035, but we're coming for
Yeah, we're gonna be divorced at the cave and work on.
We're coming for you.
But yeah, let's end it off here.
Let's cut this.
Decent episode. We really got off topic.
Yeah, literally didn't do almost anything.
Yeah, we literally have a list in front of us for episode 2,
and we deviated.
We got coronavirus.
We can definitely check that out. That wasn't even really on. That was for a backup. Oh wait, no, this is 2. I was reading this the whole time.
Well, I pretty much just did it, but in my handwriting. So
we didn't really even go over any of this shit.
Yeah.
So now
we're probably gonna do episode 3 next.
We're gonna just roll probably right into episode 3. I might change my shirt because I kind of got sweaty during that, but shut up.
Kind of smell like
sort of stinky.
Dude.
Kind of stinky.
Embarrassing.
Stinky. Do my feet smell?
Not good.
Yeah. That's what I can. You can say that again.
But
yeah, we're gonna dive into episode 3 next.
Yeah, we're just gonna roll right into it, and I think you guys should definitely. I know you guys aren't fucking doing anything, so you might as well just roll right into it.
If you're at home in bed, you're depressed.
Listen to this shit. Us.
Yeah.
That'll help you.
Dude,
because we are also.
We're inspirational. We're motivational. We're educational.
Podcastinational.
We're podcastinational. If you want to start a podcast, we are very professional. We got look at our
setup, dude. We got one janky ass mic hooked up into a MacBook, dude.
Yeah.
With my iPhone leaning against a sink.
Wait, can we flip in the show?
Yeah, we can flip in the show.
Okay. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning into episode 2. We really didn't cover too much.
Not at all. But like I said, if this ends up, our goal is just to be entertaining. To be. Him and I work regular jobs, we're doing this, obviously thank God for the virus, because we're just chilling right now, so it's pretty chill, but this is what him and I want to do regularly anyway, like as a hobby, we want to build this out, so.
And just talk about random
shit, hopefully you guys fuck with it enough to at least pass it on to your friends, so yeah.
Like the coronavirus.
Yeah, like the coronavirus.
So if you're listening to this, make sure you're 6 feet away.
Listen to it with friends, but listen to it out loud and then be apart from them. Also, stop hanging out with your fucking friends in groups. Stop.
Because you can't listen to the Kingsway Lames Podcast if you're dead.
Yeah.
Ma'am and sir.
Yeah, ma'am, sir. That's to both or whatever you identify as. If you're dead, you can't fucking listen.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Stay the fuck at home.
Stop hanging out with your friends and just listen to our podcast.
It doesn't count. It doesn't count if you party in groups with your friends, you dumb idiots.
I've heard of Skype. You can hang out with your friends.
Such dumb idiots. And that's on God. Period swag.
Oh, good. Get their ass, dude.
Public service announcement.
That's so motivational. I'm not going to do the 10 push-up challenge right now, dude.
I'm already gassed.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. And we will see you in episode Trace. Did you hear that, Nate?
Yeah, I did.
I really got
This is where it was set up at.